Good morning, afternoon, evening everyone. Today we will be delving into the captivating relationship between the mind and body and how it can influence our physical health. We will be exploring how our thoughts, emotions, and other factors play a part in creating a healthier and happier lifestyle. Let us begin. Psychology is the scientific study of human behavior and mental processes, a field that has existed for centuries and is now one of the major academic disciplines. It looks into why and how humans think, feel, and act as they do. Knowing more about psychology can help us understand ourselves and others better, and can also be utilized in treating mental illnesses and enhancing communication. This presentation is here to provide a solid basis for understanding the links between the mind and body, as well as how they influence physical well-being. The connection between the mind and body is an incredibly powerful one, and it has been the subject of much research and exploration over the years. Studies have shown that our thoughts, emotions and mental state can have an immense impact on our physical health. Stress and anxiety can significantly weaken our immune system, increasing our risk of developing conditions such as heart disease and cancer. On the other hand, positive emotions, like happiness and contentment, can be protective of our health, with research suggesting that those with regular positive feelings have lower levels of inflammation and are less likely to develop certain chronic diseases. Addressing the mind-body connection is an important part of looking after our well-being, highlighting the need to look after both our mental and physical health. The debate between how much of our behavior and personality traits are determined by genetics, nature, or the environment we are raised in, nurture, has been a cornerstone of psychology for centuries. Evidence exists that supports both sides of the discussion. For instance, studies of identical twins have found that, despite having identical genetics, the twins often demonstrate similar behavior and persona traits, strongly suggesting that genetics can play a role. On the other hand, research of adopted children have found that they tend to exhibit many of the same characteristics as their adoptive families, indicating that a person's environment can have a great influence. Ultimately, it appears that both nature and nurture play an essential part in determining our behavior and identity. Personality encompasses the complex ways in which an individual's character is formed and expressed. Psychodynamic theory explores the role of unconscious motivations in developing our personalities, while humanistic theory places emphasis on the potential for self-actualization and personal growth. Trait theory, on the other hand, suggests that certain characteristics form the basis of our personality and remain fairly consistent across time. By understanding these theories, we can gain insight into both our own behavior as well as that of others. Abnormal psychology is a branch of psychology that looks into psychological disorders, their sources, and treatments. It explores the area of abnormal behavior and works to comprehend mental illnesses, their effects on people and society, and the available treatment solutions. From psychotherapy to medication and hospitalization, to lifestyle and diet adjustments, there is a range of strategies to handle mental illnesses. Additionally, case studies offer real-life instances of those who have had to confront mental illnesses, as well as how they have been aided through different treatments. Social psychology looks into the way we interact with each other and how this affects our behavior. Conformity is the tendency to adjust our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to align with those of the group around us. Whether it's something as subtle as wearing the same clothing, or something more pronounced such as adopting similar attitudes and beliefs. Obedience to authority is another important social factor, which can lead us to act in ways we would not normally do. This was famously demonstrated during the Milgram experiment, where participants were asked to administer electric shocks to another person, despite knowing it was causing them great harm. Social psychologists use these experiments to delve deeper into our social behavior and attitudes. This is cognitive psychology, the branch that focuses on understanding how the brain processes information, and how those processes influence behavior. From attention and perception, to memory and problem solving, cognitive psychology looks at how we take in, store, and use the information we're exposed to. Cognitive psychologists study how we make sense of our world and our environment by constructing mental models. Our mental models are based on our previous experiences, and shape how we interpret new situations and react to them. These models also have an effect on our decision-making processes. For example, if we've developed a mental model of the classroom, it will impact how we act in the classroom, such as where we sit and how we interact with the teacher. Understanding how our mental models affect our behavior and decisions is a key focus of cognitive psychology. Learning and memory are vital components of the human experience, and understanding how they work can help us better shape our behavior. Memory involves a complex set of processes that enable us to encode, store, and retrieve information. Through these processes, we can learn new information and skills, and use them to make decisions. Different types of learning, including classical and operant conditioning, and observational learning, can help us gain new knowledge. Memory also has multiple stages, which include sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. Understanding the psychological understanding of learning and memory can help us better understand ourselves and our behavior. Motivation and emotion are powerful influences on how we behave. Personality traits, values, and beliefs form internal drivers of our actions, while norms, cultural expectations, and environmental factors shape us externally. An individual with an achievement-oriented outlook may be more driven to succeed, while someone with a strong family focus may prioritize time with their loved ones. Emotions can also affect our behavior. For instance, feeling anxious may lead someone to avoid certain activities. The study of motivation and emotion is complex and multifaceted. However, there are psychological principles that can help us better understand how they drive our behavior, allowing us to make more informed decisions in life. Developmental psychology is a field that looks into how humans evolve and transform over the course of their lives. This includes physical changes like height and weight, cognitive alterations in areas like memory, language and problem-solving capability, and social changes that refer to our relationships with others, like building attachments, communicating and interfacing with social settings. Together, these three areas are key to understanding how we mature from infancy to adulthood. Positive psychology is an exciting field that is gaining traction in the scientific community. It focuses on the study of positive emotions, experiences, and traits, aiming to understand what contributes to people's happiness, fulfillment, and resilience. Research has shown that cultivating these qualities can have significant effects on physical and mental health, such as lowering stress levels, strengthening the immune system, and increasing life satisfaction. Several positive psychology interventions have been found to be effective in promoting well-being, such as gratitude exercises and acts of kindness. Examining our relationships with others can provide insight into ourselves. Research has indicated that expressing gratitude and understanding attachment styles may promote healthier, more fulfilling relationships. By exploring communication, attachment styles, and personality traits, we can gain a better understanding for why certain dynamic relationships form and how to enhance them for a more positive outcome. Psychology and physical health are deeply connected. A wealth of research has explored this relationship, finding that our thoughts, emotions and behaviors can significantly influence our health. For example, high levels of stress can weaken the immune system, and negative thought patterns have been linked to chronic pain and other health issues. On the other hand, employing positive psychology strategies such as gratitude journaling and mindfulness meditation can improve our physical health outcomes. These techniques have been proven to reduce stress, minimize inflammation and boost the immune system. it is clear that psychology plays an important role in understanding and managing our physical health. Psychology is playing a larger role in the workplace as employers aim to create a more productive and fulfilling work environment. Motivating staff is an important element of this, as understanding what motivates them enables a work atmosphere that will drive productivity and job satisfaction. Personality assessments can also be used to get a better insight into an employee's abilities and preferences, allowing managers to assign tasks or responsibilities that are better suited to their skills and needs. However, personality assessments should always be used in an ethical manner and not to discriminate. Psychological research methods are vital for understanding human behavior. Experiments investigate how different variables affect behavior, surveys collect data on large groups, and case studies provide detailed analysis of individuals or groups. All of these tools enable psychologists to practice evidence-based research in order to gain insight into the mindset and actions of people. It is essential for psychologists to exercise ethical practices in their research and practice. This involves protecting the safety and privacy of those participating in studies, refraining from any form of coercion, and being open and honest about the methods and results. Additionally, it is vital to be aware of any potential conflicts of interest that could skew the outcomes, and be mindful of the participants' well-being. Critical thinking is an important tool in psychology, allowing us to objectively and logically analyze and assess information. We can use critical thinking in our daily lives by questioning underlying assumptions and prejudices, investigating evidence to support statements, and being aware of common cognitive biases. Doing this can help us gain a better understanding of human behavior and the influences that affect it. Cross-cultural psychology has enabled us to comprehend the influence of culture on thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It underlines the need to take into account one's cultural backdrop when analyzing psychological aspects and results. While it is essential to acknowledge the singularity of each cultural milieu, it is also crucial to see how human behavior and psychological processes can go beyond cultural delimitations. Through cross-cultural psychology, we can attempt to create connections between different cultures and encourage tolerance and appreciation. It is evident that technology and the integration of multiple disciplines are key in furthering our knowledge of human behavior. Virtual reality simulations provide insight into how people act in social environments, while delving into the correlations between neuroscience, genetics, and sociology is helping us to comprehend the multifaceted elements that shape human behavior. These progressive developments can assist us in pursuing efficient interventions for mental health and well-being.